What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So we've got Uncle Shannon in the joint, you know what I'm saying, along with Ocho in the joint. We got him in the broadcast room. And yes, so apparently, an epiphany is being had around here. And they're speaking out about the situation, about how men and women are getting along in society today. So listen, look, we're going to go ahead now. We're going to dive off into it. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
So there's a stat on Facebook, and basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact.
Ocho?
Uh-huh.
Agree, disagree,
like
slightly agree?
I mean, it varies. It depends. You know, I think men are a little bit more now focused on just themselves, you know.
Excuse me. Play you for those ultra?
Yeah, they're gonna give me commercials in the joint. All right.
Getting to the bag and allowing the woman to be the last choice of importance, as opposed to how it was before. You know, chasing the woman, chasing, applying pressure, doing all that. And most of the time, what you have to understand too, is women put up such a front with the chasing and applying pressure, as if there's something that's so different about them as opposed to anyone else that you could deal with. But then when you actually get a hold and you get to learn that individual and you're allowed access, you come to find out, well, God damn, I've been doing all this chasing for this, but you ain't no different than nobody else.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
And see, that's been the thing the whole time. That's the reason why we out here. That's the reason why we out here like men like this.
Bitch, you're a Dorito. You was never chose. You're a Dorito, bitch. And you're mad that you're not chose. And you never will be chose.
That's the reason why it's going down like it's going down. As men, most men know, most of these bitches out here is Dorito bitches. Dorito bitches. For real, though.
It's all the same. You know, at the end of the day, I think men's focal point has changed from chasing women to more focusing on themselves, work, family. If that comes into play, and it's just different now. It's just different now, especially in today's era where we have a lot more women that are in. I hate using the word alpha positions, but they are the men now. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think the thing is, Ocho,
women are the men.
They a lot of women. But see, when you keep saying, I don't need a man, yeah. Then you convince yourself. And then you want to be masculine because you think you can talk to, at the end of the day, that's still a man. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying, look, I'm old and know how my grandmother and how I saw everybody raised. See, these women today, right. They talk about, oh, I want to be treated like my mom and my great grandma got to treat, but y'all don't behave like that.
Ooh, hey, and see, these are facts. And we all know that, of course, we've heard this terminology before. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to brother Kevin Samuels.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
You know, but this is the thing here, though. You know, yes. And to hear these two men that, you know what I'm saying, everybody sit around here and think, well, these men are rich, things like that. Women always talk about, well, they want rich men, that, you know, you got to be rich. You got to have all this money. You got to have this and that. Woo to woo. They say it en masse, regardless of whether they work at Walmart or they work at the fucking clerk office at the damn government building. So, you know, it's a dynamic of, you know, a lot of men, we see life for what it is, and we know that the thought process that a lot of these women have, a lot of those dreams and stuff like that, that out the way thinking, it's never going to come true. And yeah, most of the time nowadays, men are going to leave most women in their foolishness, and that's just where we at.
Y'all ain't cooking. Y'all ain't cooking no meal every day. When my grandfather got home at lunch, meal on the table. He got home at dinner, meal on the table. He ate first. It wasn't no arguing back and forth. When my grandfather said they can, they did. When he said they couldn't, they couldn't. But y'all, I'm gonna do me. Okay, well, do you? I don't have to be a part of it.
Right.
And so I think the thing is that they've convinced themselves they don't need a man until they need a man. And then you 20, now you 45, now you 50. Now your options are limited.
Right. Yeah. I don't think women understand that the options are limited, especially today, especially what they want. When you look at their expectations and what they expect and what they're looking for, it's very hard. It's very hard to get.
No, Ocho, it's not hard. But here's the thing. What you want gotta want you.
Ooh.
See, that's the problem. Cool. Okay, you want a guy. Oh, he need to be over 6 foot tall. Oh, he needs to make six figures. Oh, he need to do this. Right. Well, every time you throw out something that he needs to be, you a percentage, 15, 20%. Whoop. So now you down to 5%. That 5% of the man that you want, that's over 6 foot tall, that has a nice body, that makes 6 figure, that's well to do. Does he want you?
And there we go with the points.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
There we go. And these are just the facts of the matter out here, man. They can't be denied and things like that. And not only just women that you would think like, okay, well, maybe she could pull that type of man. You talk about everyday average ass chicks, you know what I'm saying, that work at Walmart or Target, or, she just a normal woman, thinking she deserved this astronomical man that, what I'm saying, that her psyche and things like that, because societies allow her to just daydream too fucking much. And, this is where they at. So they're sticking to the daydreams and the quote unquote underhanded nightmares, and then wondering why they're not achieving the type of man that they think that they ought to have. Like, no, it's just a nightmare, baby. Hopefully you wake up one day before it's too late. But that's neither here nor there.
Damn. And most of the type of men that they want, it's part of the 1%. Huh?
Absolutely.
So it puts the dudes that are in the 1%, they just get to pick who they want.
It's hard. It's hard for something to add value, to increase in value that constantly gets used. Listen to what I said, Ocho.
It's funny.
Name something that increases in value that's constantly get used. You told me about my Ferrari. You say, buy that Ferrari up, but put it up. A bottle of wine. Philippe Rothschild, Petrus, Camus.
Right. 1942.
They ain't drinking it.
Right. You're not drinking no shit like that unless it's a super special occasion. And that special occasion, at that point, gonna cost you some money. You crack that bottle of wine open, for real though.
I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. I don't even think the chat heard you. Do me a favor. Say, man, let me get my motherfucking pen and paper, because that man, hold on. You're going to have to bring that to me again. Hold on.
Lord. Come on,
I'm not going to use that.
Come on, Ocho.
Hold on. Because I'm going to have to use that. I'm going to use that at Sunday service.
Not Sunday service.
Boy, you just dropped the gem right there. And I don't even think the chat was paying attention.
Yeah, because everything, Ocho, I want somebody at least 6 foot tall. I want somebody at least 200 pounds. I want somebody that make at least 6 figures. I want somebody that go to church. I want somebody that like to travel. So you name 6 things that you like. Okay, you find that guy, but he's only probably in the 1%. So that 1% of the men that you're looking for, is he looking for the 15 to 20% of the women that's looking for him? So now if he's not,
I think that percentage is a little bit higher. He said 15 to 20%. I'm at more like 50% out in this motherfucker. Let's just be honest.
So now I'm valuable. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Huh? Tom Brady wants.
They know they worth. They know they worth.
Worth is what someone is willing to pay for something.
Oh, nigga.
Tom Brady can list his house for $150 million. But I guarantee you, after 6 months, over a year, that house ain't sold. I guarantee you he dropped the price.
Okay.
So now, if somebody comes in and says, Tom, he won $150 million. I'll give you $100 million cash. Okay, I'll take it. That's what the house was worth. See, you don't get to determine your worth if somebody's not paying for
it. T-Bo.
That's what women got to understand. You keep saying, are you buying yourself? Are you purchasing yourself? So where is the value? Value is only something is only valuable if somebody will purchase it. I want $600,000 for this tube of lip therapy. It's worth $7. They got to stop this notion talking about I know my worth. I know my worth. Your worth is what someone is willing to pay for it. That's what worth is. Look up the dictionary. Look up worth in the dictionary. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna Google it.
Google it.
I don't want y'all to Google it. Google it my damn self.
Well, you hey, wait, you preaching today? You boy, wait, what? You know, you know what also when I think about is in general, women they put themselves in unwinnable positions at times, you know. They play hard to get, they're very difficult. They create this perception that all the work the man is going to put in the end, you know, they're just getting this, oh my goodness, this is so much different than everybody else. When in hindsight, once you are gained access to it, it's no different than anybody else. That's why they play the difficult game in the beginning. That's why they make you jump through hoops and make you jump through obstacles, because there's really nothing at the end of that light or at the end of that tunnel.
I don't know what I'm worth.
You know, and it's not a bad thing. We're all human.
Ocho.
What do you do that's so special than the next person?
Cook. Can you cook? Hey, can you cook some oxtails? I need to know, can you cook oxtails?
Hey, listen, look, be honest with you though, the crooked world that we live in now, I wouldn't trust none of these chicks to cook shit for me. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Hey, what the French toast is there to think about?
I can't do it. I wouldn't trust none of these women to cook a damn thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Especially is you know, some of them just so evil in the heart. Some of them just, you know, just so like, it's just like, wow, man. I couldn't trust them. I couldn't trust them as far as I could throw the Empire State Building. And, you know, talking about cooking something for me that I got to put in my body, you know, knowing some of these chicks out here be brujas and stuff. And man, like, yeah, you got to know what's going on out here. But that's what's up with this situation right here. We heard Unc and Ocho, you know what I'm saying, say what they had to say about this point. But, you know, yeah, definitely, you know, things of this matter, you know, Kevin Samuels had already said about a lot of this. You know, we all watch Kevin. I don't care who say they didn't or whatever, things like that. And, yeah, it's just the facts of the matter. And, you know, we clearly see that even these wealthy men are having a huge time with dealing with a lot of these new age women because of the thought process that a lot of these sisters and women are in, period, man. It's crazy out here, but it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.